For me, the Victorian Pride Centre encapsulates a coming out statement on behalf of the whole of the LGBTIQ community.
It's a celebration of, the great gains that this almost a social movement has made this century.
I think Victoria is a progressive state, possibly the most progressive state. I think it means something big for Australia broadly. It's not just Victoria.
Certainly a place to be proud in Victoria if you're an LGBTIQ plus person or an ally.
The Victorian Pride Centre is really a home. It's a really vibrant, amazing, magnificent building and a place of celebration and belonging.
There were Pride Centres around the world, such as in Los Angeles, San Francisco and New York, but nothing here in Australia. And the idea of them being able to create a space, create a community centre, which all of these organisations could find permanent accommodation, but also to be home and a welcoming space for the whole of the LGBTIQ community, had a great resonance for them.
We talk about inclusion. Is this word we all throw around? Well, I think this is what it visually looks like. Amazing parties or events on the rooftop, the amazing staircase where you can sit and watch people debate or give lectures. There's all the different spaces that kind of weave throughout the building. There's going to be the archives here, so history captured here. They're going to have an art wall. There's just so much possibility.
I think it's also an important social landmark of the progress that the LGBTQI communities and our culture has made most recently.
If you told the 13-year-old Ro that there was going to be a Pride Centre, I wouldn't have believed it. I think about all of those young people and 13-year-old me that would have benefited from having a building like this.
We're not about asking people to fit in, because when people fit in, they're not able to be exactly who they are. So the Pride Centre is a safe home for people first and foremost. When we create that safety, then the inclusion comes as part of that.
And it also, for me, just on a personal level, it's a place fills me with happiness. And I think the architecture actually reflects that. Like you come in here and you go, wow, this place is amazing.
One of the titles for the project was Building the Unfinished, because, this is an unfinished social project. And I think it's a building which is about emergence of design which isn't done straight from the artist's eye, but it's done from a series of manoeuvres from which design springs. And I think the community is very much emerging like that too.
Having come to Australia myself as a Vietnamese refugee boat person in the late 70s, that notion of belonging is a big part of who I am, and constantly finding a place to belong, to be part of the Pride Centre where all parts of who I am is embraced, whether it's being a woman, a lesbian, a Vietnamese, a refugee, all of who I am is embraced in this centre. It's such a privilege to be part of it.
I'm so excited about the Pride Centre's future because it is beautiful. It is an absolute place to be proud. The events, the functions that are going to happen here to educate the broader community about how fabulous we are, it is going to rock this building.
The promotion of some of the key concepts around equality, of democracy in action, of getting people to voice their opinions, about pushing the boundaries, pushing the edges around what we think about equality. Because equality sometimes in the past meant treating everyone equally, but now it's a recognition more that individuals all are special and unique. This is such a powerful statement as a building and as a community centre about the acceptance of all.